Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Doctor Who, something we have not talked about for a while on this channel. So we're going to, because there hasn't been a lot of news.
No. But now it's going to start coming out. So
now it's going to all start coming. The news is going to start coming, and we're gonna see some wacky stuff, I think, in the next couple months, and that's before season around 12. Season 12, Series 12 actually drops, second series with Jodie Whittaker after what I thought was a snooze fest of Series 11. Some people disagreed with me, and that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. We always say you're allowed to, but they say that we're, terrible people because we don't like what they like.
Terrible people. But now there's a rumor that Jodie Whittaker's doctor, Dr. 13, is going to team up with Dr. 10, David Tennant's doctor, and she's going to lecture him on toxic masculinity.
Right. But this is a rumor, but I think there might be some possible validity to this.
There might be a kernel of truth in here, because there's a lot of things that are happening lately that seem to indicate that Whittaker and Tennant may get together in some capacity on Doctor Who. So before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. We're at almost 70,000. We're like 100 away.
We just can't close the deal.
We just can't stick the landing, just like J.J. Abrams.
And 100. I just want to hit 100,000, and it's like it's never going to happen.
It's going to happen for you. Believe. If you believe, it will happen. So hopefully we're going to hit 100,000 soon. Anyway, this is coming from Bounding Into Comics, and Bounding Into Comics, John F. Trent got it from Doomcock, who is a YouTuber who wears a mask and calls himself Doomcock. That's his thing. And he does get occasional tips from alleged insiders. Now, we can't verify whether or not these alleged tips are legitimate or not.
No.
But we can speculate that there could already be some indication that they're going to get Dr. 13 and Dr. 10 together on screen. Now, whether or not she's going to lecture Dr. 10 on toxic masculinity remains to be seen, but
I hope not, because I like David Tennant. Doctor's my favorite doctors, and I really don't want to see him be tarnished with some lecture, misplaced feminism lecture, which I'm a woman and a feminist woman at that. I just believe in real feminism, which is equality, not all men suck and every man should apologize for their existence. And I just think that, if they go there, it's just, I'm out totally. I wasn't watching it that much to begin with, because I just didn't like the episodes. I thought they were all preachy. So what are you going to do? Let's go do more preachy, because it worked so well the first time.
Well, that's why I'm like, okay, would they go there? Because 10, that's just it. Would they go there because 10 is probably the most beloved of the modern doctors?
Well, they think by doing that, it'll somehow validate
13.
Yes, that's what I think. That's exactly what I think they're thinking.
If 13 puts 10 in his place, then that somehow is going to elevate 13.
This is like when they gave the whole cast, the new cast with her and everybody else, an honorary doctorate degree, just because she's the doctor currently, and it was like, and the right voice, the right gender, whatever. And I'm just like, you're going to lose more people if you do this, for one.
If they do this would be a colossal mistake, I think. But again, it is a rumor. However, I do think there's enough circumstantial evidence to point to 13 and 10 getting together.
Yeah, whether it's a lecture or not, we don't know.
Right. So this is the rumor coming from Bounding Into Comics via Doomcock. Doomcock with the mask. I need a mask. I need a fish mask. I can be the fish head.
We'll call you Glub Glub.
Glub Glub. New Doctor Who rumor details that Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor will lecture David Tennant's 10th Doctor in an upcoming crossover special. The rumor comes from Doomcock, who cites an anonymous source from inside the Doctor Who production. Now, I will stop there. Again, we can't verify, but I can tell you, I do know that people within certain divisions of certain companies do leak information to YouTubers, because YouTubers exist outside the mainstream media. If they want to get their voices heard, they leak it to YouTubers. We have been on the receiving end of that before. I can tell you with 100% certainty.
And animation and Disney and several things. We get this, like comics. We have our people. We are the people to some people too, which is funny.
Yeah, which is so weird.
We're the leakers.
But we have had people come to us. So it is completely possible. I'm not saying that this source is legit, But I'm saying it's
I think
very
they got
possible.
it. You're saying you don't know.
It's very possible.
Okay,
And
I think they understand
it's very
that.
possible.
I think they're understanding what you're saying.
Okay, so not only does the rumor detail Whittaker's doctor will lecture Tennant, but it details that showrunner Chris Chibnall and actress Jodie Whittaker will remain on Doctor Who, contrary to previous rumors. I think they're going to stay for at least series 12. I always understood it that they were going to stay
Yeah, you've been saying
11
that.
and 12.
You've been saying that.
Yeah,
so.
It was after series 12 where there was a big question mark.
Right.
Doomcock states, according to this source, contrary to rumors, it seems that Chibnall and
You
Whittaker
just read
are not
that.
leaving. Yeah.
So read it again.
No. This is
Okay. Never mind. Okay, I can't read. And if people are wondering what the snoring is, it's our dog, because he thinks the new Doctor Who's boring as well.
If you hear the snoring in the background, I don't know if it's
That's the
picking up or
dog.
not. He adds, if that were the case, perhaps we wouldn't be getting the worst news, which is simply this. There's currently an upcoming crossover special in pre-production that features Jodie Whittaker going over the top on lecturing a cucked David, his words, not mine, a cucked David Tennant on his past biases and forcing him to repent for his toxic masculinity. Doomcock continues, I wish this was a joke. My source added, but it's not. My source claims it's literally a Jodie lecture talking about how she is talking to her past incarnations, putting them down.
Yes, because don't you know, it's finally the true Doctor, the one true Doctor, because they said so.
Now, I would be like, no, that's kind of pushing it. But you know what? The tone of Series 11 was very preachy. It was very heavy-handed. And could I see them doing this to have Jodie Whittaker dressed down inarguably the most popular modern Doctor?
They wrongfully think, just like they did in Star Wars, that in order to elevate the female character, you must first lower the male characters. And as a woman, I find it insulting. I don't need like Neon to be lowered for me to be elevated.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. He should only be lowered under certain circumstances, and this would not be one of them. So he is not lowered to make me, raise me up higher. I find that insulting. I mean, I should be able to hold my own without having, special accommodations. And that's what it sounds like to me. It's like she has to dress him down to show him his toxic masculinity, show him how bad he is. Because now I get it. Now I'm the Doctor that matters. And all my past incarnations were just, rubbish because they were men. And it's like, don't do it. Because that's one of the things that's wrong with the Last Jedi. They couldn't just make new characters that were female. They had to make new characters that were female, but they put down men to raise them up. It's not a good look. It's not going to go the way they think. I think it's a really bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, there has been precedent before that a modern incarnation of the Doctor does poke fun at previous incarnations.
Right.
This
that's not a lecture.
Seems to be like they're taking it a few steps beyond that. Given where the fandom is right now with Doctor Who, that would be a colossally huge mistake. I think that would be a huge mistake. I think that a good move actually would be, and I can understand they're like, oh, let's bring back David Tennant because that'll get people back on board. Yeah, it probably would, but to bring him back to have him insulted,
yeah, it's not going to work.
And
if this next paragraph or the paragraph down here that they have as a quote, what I'm reading ahead is true, I think if this is Jodie, she needs to step off because just because you're the Doctor now doesn't mean that you have the power to just single-handedly destroy the franchise because you want more social justice. I mean, there has to be balance. There has to be balance.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Doomcock's source also reveals that Matt Smith, who played the 11th Doctor, refused to participate in the special.
Good job, Matt, if it's true.
If it's true. According to my source, Matt Smith refused to do the special because of the shit they would have done to his character. Furthermore, my source informed me that Peter Capaldi made excuses that he needed to dedicate more time to Suicide Squads, so he couldn't get around to being in it. It sounds to me like these guys are like, yeah, I see where this is going. As for when the special was supposed to appear, Doomcock explains my source claims this was supposed to be an upcoming Christmas special. However, yeah, Merry Christmas, right? It's like a lump of coal for fans. However, it may have to be bumped back to 2020 because of repeated delays in production because the showrunner keeps making power plays for more money and creative control to push identity politics.
Okay, so both of them need to take a step back and knock it off.
So Doomcock's source also provided him some information on what to expect in the upcoming 2020 season. Of the upcoming season, my source informs me that while the 2020 season was supposed to be a course correction, that's what my understanding was.
Right, because they completely effed up with the last season, contrary to what, the certain shows want you to believe. The numbers were not good.
The showrunner's power plays, so Chibnall's power plays, Jodie wanting more social justice stuff, and the BBC point blank refusing to decline her once for fear of the first female doctor quitting, or worse, having to fire her has gotten so bad people are scared of what to write for her. So this season is going to be even more over the top with SJW politics, lectures, and virtue signaling.
I hope to God this is not true.
I hope this is
because
not
if this is true, and it's only because this is ridiculous. Because she's got boobs, you can't tell her no. I wish that worked away for me because I get told by people all the time that I know and that I call me names, boobs or otherwise, because how come certain people can be can't be told no?
Yeah, I really hope this is not true because I mean everything we were hearing up until this point was like, oh, the BBC realized they might have miscalculated. Let's bring back the Judoon. Let's bring back some classic Who monsters. Let's make the show feel more like, the show that people fell in love with.
And frankly, if she thinks that she has that much power, it's not worth letting this person, whether it be either Chibnall or Jodie Whittaker, ruin an entire franchise because they want the right. Literally, if this is true, this sounds like temper tantrum juvenile behavior. And they'll say, well, that's what the fans are doing. No, the fans are the fans for a reason. The last season did not feel like Doctor Who. I didn't even really watch it because I was bored shitless. Sorry, Mom.
And this is the thing too, and this is so many people are like, oh my God, you're just a bunch of haters. And I've said before, and I was actually on Traveling TARDIS podcast last week, and we had a good conversation, but Who was one of the few shows that we watched together as a family every week without fail. We watched Doctor Who. And now you fell off a little bit with Peter Capaldi toward the end.
Yeah, I honestly thought it got boring.
I still watched it. I watched every episode. I mean, we're talking, almost 10 years of watching every episode of Doctor Who until we got to Series 11. And we were split on this. You were like, hell no.
Oh, I knew that they were going to do with it. I knew exactly. I'm a woman. I knew what they were going to do with this.
And I was like, you know what, though? Let's see where it goes. We got a new showrunner. They're going to do something radically different with the Doctor. Maybe this is what the show needs. Maybe the show's going to get a shot in the arm. And the only shot it got was of like Quaaludes. Like, the show became such a downer.
This is a one giant lecture.
Yeah, it's one giant lecture. I only got halfway through Series 11. I don't think you even got through the first episode.
No, I watched the first episode and I watched the Christmas one or New Year's, whatever the hell it was.
Oh, the New Year's one,
Yes, because we can't do Christmas. And it was stupid. And the thing is, I can see where there could have been potential there, but they just turned it into a giant, lecture. And it's like, no, okay, it's like, okay, Mom, no offense to my mom. My mom's much cooler than that. But it's like, you want to watch a show for adventure and fun. You don't want a show to be told what a bad, shitty person you are, especially if you're a guy. And, that someone's going to lecture you on how you should or shouldn't be. And, it's, people aren't stupid. That's why I guess I'm tired of these shows. And, people aren't dumb. They know right from wrong, most people. They know most people aren't the people that you think everybody is. And they don't want to be lectured to because you don't have a right to lecture to them. They know this already. They don't want you telling them it every time you turn around.
Yeah. I think that's
fun. Blow some shit up and sorry, Mom, and have fun.
Yeah, and I agree because Doctor, especially during the Tennant and Smith era, it did become more like Doctor Who always had like a social conscience and it always was a thinkier show, but the modern fandom has come to expect kind
fun and think.
Yes, humor, explosions, big adventures, excitement, and it felt, Squid King put it best. He's like, they turned Doctor Who into the Magic School Bus. Like, it became the most edutaining thing on TV.
But a Magic School Bus where Ms. Frizzle just tells everybody, all the boys, what's wrong with them and that they need to knock it off.
let's deliberately push Arnold out of the Magic School Bus so he freezes to death and dies.
Is Arnold the one that has red hair?
Yeah.
There you go.
So kill those gingers. So here's the thing. Again, this is a rumor. We don't know. But I think the chances of 13 and 10 getting together for something are pretty damn good. And there's
hopefully it's not for the lecture.
Not for a lecture.
Hopefully it's something cool. I'm down with it if it's something cool.
If it's something cool. Now, here's, obviously the big one is that Whittaker and Tennant are former co-workers. They were on Broadchurch together under Chris Chibnall, so they all know each other. Yeah, every British actor knows every other British actor because there's only like 12 of them. I'm joking.
That's mean. That's not true either.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, it seems like there's like only like
I'm gonna smack you.
There's only like a small handful of. But no, seriously, they were on the show together. They worked with Chris Chibnall, so they do have a connection.
And Chibnall's good at stuff like this.
This he's good at.
Not good at Doctor Who.
And you can see it in like the drama parts of.
He was running a completely different show.
It was like a totally different show.
It was like if the companions had their own show.
That involved them just sitting around talking about life.
And their problems.
Drinking
and how
coffee.
wrong everybody else is. Yeah.
Like a really unfunny Friends.
Yeah.
That's
he'd be great at that.
He'd be great at that. But no, I'm just saying. So they work together under Chibnall. So yeah, obviously they know each other. They like each other. That could happen. The Judoon are confirmed to be coming back to Doctor Who. Of course, they were classic David Tennant era villains / heroes / police, whatever. The Rhino people, they were predominantly in David Tennant's episodes. It does make sense that maybe this is the episode where we see 10. That's very, very possible. It's very possible. Okay, first look, last week, Doctor Who comic reunites or unites David Tennant and Jodie Whittaker's doctors.
Right. And I thought they did like a radio drama together too. I could be wrong, but I thought they did one of the radio dramas. I think they did.
I actually don't follow the radio dramas. A lot of people said they're very, very good, but I haven't listened to too many. But, we've got...
Looks like the Rainbow Bright people were working on this one.
It might have. No, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my God. The first thing I looked at was, I was like, it looks like the Rainbow Bright comic.
It is. Anyway, so we've got 10 and 13 together in the comics. I'm just saying, there's a lot of precedent. There seems to be a lot of prepping for 10 and 13. And if the BBC wants to get the ratings up, they're absolutely, they're gonna be, oh my God, 10's coming back.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I would love to see David Tennant come back. I just don't want to see a lecture.
Yeah, it could be a very small part. I mean, if they go that route, because I
don't go that route.
I love multi-Doctor episodes. There have not been nearly enough multi-Doctor episodes in New Who. They used to go back and the Doctors got together a lot more often. And they haven't done it. Well, they did it in the Christmas special with Capaldi and the first Doctor, but he wasn't really the first Doctor because he's been dead a long time. Anyway, I would love to see a multi-Doctor episode if it's done right. If this is what they do with it, though. Now the Doctors do tend to bicker amongst themselves. They do tend to, make some snide comments or whatever. But if the whole purpose of David Tennant coming back is for 13 to run down the most beloved Doctor, that would be an utter dick move.
It could even be just like, well, now I'm a woman now, and now I've seen it from the other side, and we were kind of a dick to women, weren't we? That would be, okay. Yeah. I can see that because it's more about talking about yourself.
Yeah.
I can see that, and I don't think that'd be terrible. But if it's like, if it's because that's the difference. Is it that, or is it, because when you're talking about a lecture of toxic masculinity, that sounds like a long drawn out, oh, how dare you, blah, 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 blah. And that's where it's going to get boring. But if you just make a couple jokes about it, I don't think it's that bad.
If it was Russell T Davies or Stephen Moffat, it would be an offhand, snarky comment. It'd be over and done with. It'd be like, oh, it's funny.
Now on to adventure and fun to get the audience back.
Right. But because this is Chris Chibnall, I can guarantee you it will probably be a 5 to 10 minute lecture about how awful 10 was and how awful her male incarnations were. So I don't know.
I hope. Don't do that.
I hope this is a rumor.
If it's an offhanded joke, like, oh, now I'm on the other side of this thing, then that would be, that's cool. That'd be fine. You just make it a funny little offhanded comment. Because men and women are different. I'm sorry, no matter what people say, we are different, and we're gonna look at things differently. So it would be you could kind of use that in a good way. But if it's going to be, a whole lecture about you should feel bad about yourself because you have a penis, then I don't want to hear. I don't. No.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I do believe that they are prepping for 13 and 10. To get together. There just seems to be an awful lot of supporting
Well, I think that they're bringing the most popular Doctor in to try to save this Doctor's bacon.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if they do it in the way that we're talking about, they could boost their ratings because they could. I could see, that would be a fun episode. I'd like to see the the 10th Doctor come back on an adventure.
Yeah, if they keep it fun. And like I said, these two are on good terms. They both worked with Chibnall before. So it's very, very possible. I just hope that this rumor, I really hope this rumor is
what they're
not
saying,
true.
if Whittaker is pushing for SJWism, and so is Chibnall, I'm worried about that. And I hate even using the term SJWism. I'm just quoting the article.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, even if there is a dressing down, hopefully it's done in a
like a joke kind of way.
a joke, respectful manner, not something that's going to further piss off the fans, because they're pissing a lot of people off already.
Don't do that.
If you're gonna bring Tennant back, use him to the best, the best of the ability, and try to use Tennant to get more people on board with this version of the show.
So no one wants to feel people don't want to see him used badly and then have bad feelings about the 10th Doctor, because that's most people's favorite Doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think people want to see him being used badly, because that's just going to taint your opinion of the character, and it's like, no.
No, nobody wants the Doctor's taint.
Well, I was going to say, if you wanted to bring a character in to dress down for toxic masculinity or whatever, why aren't they bringing in Captain Jack? I mean,
that would be freaking hysterical.
But then, to be fair, he'd be like, well, I like it, it doesn't matter.
He likes everybody's taint.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I love him.
He don't
He's
care.
like one of my favorite characters ever.
He would be totally down. He would be totally down with 13 and 10 at the same time. Drinking,
yes,
going out for a drink.
I just love him.
Platonic.
So I would love to see him be thrown into the mix. That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. And while you're at, just bring Russell T Davies back, just please, because it help. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Okay, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We will try to keep an eye on Doctor Who. I know we did a lot of Doctor Who coverage last year, but there was actually something to talk about, and they've basically gone radio silent.
We're gonna start getting some stuff to talk about, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. So there should be a trailer pretty soon. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Talk to you guys later.
Bye. Not their ratings.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.